A very good morning to all of you. Today we will discuss on the topic architecture of 8086. This is the architecture of 8086. In this figure, we can see that the complete architecture of 8086 is divided into two parts. First one is bus interface unit and the second one is execution unit. In this figure, we can see that the upper part is called bus interface unit and the lower part is called execution unit. The bus interface unit consists of address conversion mechanism, that is address adder, and instruction byte queue 6 bytes long, and 4 segment registers, chord segment, data segment, stack segment, and extra segment registers, then instruction pointer. So we will discuss one by one. Before that, execution unit that consists of general purpose registers AX, BX, CX, and DX. Then pointers and index registers SP, BP, SI and DI, and then arithmetic logic unit, and then flag register, decoding circuits, and timing and control circuits. First we can see bus interface unit. So the first interface unit that consists of the circuit for physical address calculation. So first we can see how it calculates the physical address. So we already know that in the case of 8086, we have a 20-bit physical address. For generating the physical address, we need the content of two registers. One is the content of the segment register, that is called segment address, and another one is the content of the offset register, that is called offset address. So we know that the instruction pointer register, that's a 16-bit long, which contains the offset address of that instruction that is to be executed next. This IP always refers the chord segment register, that is the base that contains the base of the address of the chord segment. The value contained in the instruction pointer is called the offset because this value must be added to the base of the chord segment, which is available in the chord segment register to find the 20-bit physical address. And the value of the instruction pointer is incremented after executing every instruction because it contains the offset address of the instruction that is to be executed next. So for forming the 20-bit address of the next instruction, this 16-bit address of this IP is added to the address contained in the chord segment register, which has been shifted 4 bits to the left. We will discuss this with an example. Here we can see that our segment address, that is 1005, that is the content of the IP. Content of the chord segment register, that is 100H. It's a 16-bit long, so we can see the binary representation of 100H. It's 16-bit long. Then this 16 bits are shifted to the left by 4 positions. We will get a 20 bits. That is the segment address. Then we are considering the content of the instruction pointer, that is the offset address. Here we are taking 555H is the offset address. In this slide we can see the binary representation of 555H. And we are adding this 20-bit segment address and 16 bits offset address. We will get a 20-bit physical address. So here first we are considering the content of the chord segment register. Chord segment register having 16 bits and that is shifted to the left bits by 4 positions. So we will get a 20 bits that is added with the content of the instruction pointer, that is the offset address, that is 16 bits long and added together, and this addition is happening inside the address adder that is in bus interface unit, and it will generate a 20-bit physical address. So here this figure we can see the architecture, we can see the bus inside the bus interface unit. The left side we can see the address conversion mechanism, that is the adder, address adder, so that will generate the 20-bit physical address. So we can see the functions of bus interface unit. Actually the bus interface unit provides the interface of 8086 to external memory and IO devices. So the BIO makes system bus signal available for external interfacing devices. So BIO is responsible for establishing communication with external devices and peripherals, including memory via system bus. So it transfers data to and from the memory and IO. So it operates with respect to the machine cycle. It performs various machine cycles such as memory read, IO read to transfer data with the memory and IO devices. So we can see the functions of BIO are, first we already discussed, we can generate the 20-bit physical address of the memory as memory SS, and then it fetches instructions from the memory, and then it transfers data to and from the memory and IO. And one more thing, that is in the right side of the bus interface unit, we can see the instruction byte queue. So it supports pipelining using the 6-byte instruction queue. So that means this bus interface unit that prefetches instructions and stored in this instruction byte queue. So this is 6 bytes long. So we will discuss what is instruction byte queue. So BIO uses a mechanism known as instruction stream queue to implement pipeline architecture. So this queue permits prefetch of up to 6 bytes of instruction code. These prefetching instructions are held in its FIFO queue with its 16-bit data bus. The BIO fetches 2 instruction bytes in a single memory cycle. After a byte is loaded at the input end of the queue, it automatically shifted up through the FIFO to the empty location nearest the output. The execution unit assesses the queue from the output end. It reads one instruction byte after the other from the output of the queue. So here we can see the figure. Here we can see the bus interface unit fetches instruction from the memory and stored in this instruction queue. And here we have 6 byte. There are 6 blocks. Each one is 1 byte long. And the execution unit, it will takes the instruction one byte from this from this instruction queue. So here the fetch cycle and execution cycle both are operates parallelly. So we can say that a pipeline processing of instructions. So 8086 has a 6-byte instruction prefetch queue, and this prefetching from the memory and the instructions can be prefetched from the memory and stored in this prefetch queue, and this resulted in a faster execution of the instructions. So by prefetching the instruction, there is a considerable speeding up in instruction execution in 8086, and this is called instruction pipeline. So at the beginning, when an IP is loaded with the required address from which the execution is to be started, then at that time the queue will be empty and the microprocessor starts a fetch operation to bring 1 byte of the instruction code. So that will be loaded and stored in this instruction queue. So when the first byte from the instruction queue goes to the decoding part, that is in the execution, then the microprocessor does not perform the next fetch operation till at least 2 bytes of the instruction queues are emptied. So whenever this execution unit takes instruction 1 byte from this instruction queue, it will check if that instruction it is a 1 byte instruction or 2 byte instruction. If it is a 1 byte instruction, then it will fetches the data and execute that instruction. If it is a 2 byte instruction, then again it goes to the instruction queue and fetches the next byte and then fetches the corresponding data and executes the corresponding instruction. So this process will be repeated. So whenever that means whenever the 2 bytes of blocks are free, then the bus interface unit fetches the next instruction from the memory and stores it in this instruction queue. So this is the operation of the instruction queue in this bus interface unit. So it is a 6 byte, and in the first in first out implementation, that is fetching the next instruction while executing the current instruction, that is called pipelining. And BIU fetches the next 6 instruction bytes from the code segment and from the memory, that is code segment, and stored in the queue, in this instruction queue. And the execution unit removes instruction from the queue and execute them. And the queue is refilled when at least 2 bytes are empty, as the 8086 has a 16-bit data bus. So the pipelining increases the efficiency of the microprocessor. So now we can conclude the BIU, that is, it will generate the 20-bit physical address by using the segment address and the offset address. And the segment address is the value of the content of this code data stack or extra segment register, and the offset value may be the content of IP, AX, BX, SI, DI, SP, BP, or an immediate 16-bit value. While BIU fetches opcode, the execution unit execute previously decoded instruction concurrently. BIU and execution unit together forms a pipeline. BIU manages complete interface of execution unit with memory and IO devices under the control of timing and control units. Now we can see the detailed functionality of this execution unit. So it fetches instruction from the instruction queue, that is in the BIU, and decode it and execute it. And also it performs the arithmetic and logical operations. It has a 16-bit ALU, so it will perform the arithmetic and logical operations. It has a 16-bit flag. So according to the result of this ALU, the flag bits will be set or reset. And the decoding unit decodes the opcode bytes issued from the instruction byte queue, and the timing and control unit that will generate the timing and control signals that is necessary to execute instruction received from the queue, and depending upon the instruction on the information of the decoding circuit. Then EIU may pass the result to the BIU for storing them in the memory. And in the case of this execution unit, that operates with respect to the clock cycles. That's all about the architecture of 8086. Thank you.